Well, whenever Atlantis went down, a lot of them, some of them went to Egypt, the one survivors, and to other places, but some of them went underground. And there's an entire cities all throughout. There's all kinds of tunnels and transportation systems that link them all together. Some of the trains and things down there can go 3,000 miles an hour to link the cities together. There's like a sun inside the earth that lights everything. So they have light, they have lakes, they have water, they have everything they need. And there's animals down there that do not exist on the surface of the earth. They have live computers, if you want to say that. This is in my second volume of the Convoluted Universe. It talks about the underground cities. They have computers that we can't even approach that can create and do anything they want. And the people are so advanced, they have no desire to come to the surface. They have everything they need down there. They've been down there for thousands and thousands of years. And they're much more advanced than we are because there's no wars, there's no violence. But yeah, there's civilizations under the surface of the earth. And people say, well, it can't be, there's only the magma. It's not. No one has ever gone, I think how many miles it said they've gone into the surface of the earth. They've never gone to where the underground cities are. They're much deeper than that. But they're all connected with tunnels. It's a lot of things I've discovered. There are entrances under most of the monuments in the world, especially under pyramids. There are entrances to it that have been discovered, but a lot of times they are guarded because they don't want people to go down there. And it's not advised. You wouldn't be able to go down there unless they would invite you anyway. But there are entrances all over the planet in and out of these underground cities. They're real. But it's not advised to go exploring around these things because they're heavily guarded. But I've written about all of this. It's in my books anyway.
Well, we're just getting your beautiful message out there.
Okay.
Do any of them come to visit us or come to heal us?
They can, but they don't want to. They'd rather stay away from us. Even the ETs are afraid of us, the extraterrestrials. We are isolated over here in this part of the galaxy on purpose. Earth is a young planet, and we're put over here in quarantine, so to speak, in this part of the galaxy on purpose. They don't want us to contaminate the rest of the universe. We're the ones that are violent. We're the ones that are the negative ones, and they're really afraid of us. So, believe me, the people underground don't want anything to do with us either. We have to get our act together. Oh, the ETs help us all the time. They've been helping us since the beginning of the world. But that would be a whole other series of lectures that I could give you on that, as how they created us and how they started the whole civilizations and been watching over us since the beginning of time. So they're not negative. But eventually they want us to join with them and to be part of the Federation that it's called, because they said we would be a valuable addition because of our curiosity and our creativity. But they don't want us as long as we're into this negativity. That goes back to our animal nature, and we have to get rid of that first before we can ever be allowed to associate with them. So they just watch us and observe us and shake their heads. Can't figure out why we do the things we do. And when I was talking about getting the psychic abilities back and beginning to realize your true nature, get away from the animal nature, the violence and everything. That's part of it, and they're helping with it. They're hoping we're going to go out of it, but it's not easy. But we can't do it, and that's why they won't associate with us. People say, why don't they go and land on the White House lawn? They don't want anything to do with us. They're observing us to see what we're doing. The only way they would interfere would be if we were to try to blow the planet up. Then they would have to interfere. Because if we were to destroy the world, it would send reverberations out through space into the galaxies and disrupt too much. And they couldn't allow that to happen. It's the law of non-interference, and it's very real. And if they can't interfere unless something like that would happen, because then we would be interfering with other people, other civilizations. So they just watch us and shake their heads. We're a planet of free will. They've given us that to see what we're going to do with it. And they don't like what we're doing with it. But that's all they can do. But I give lectures on that all the time too, but it's a whole other series to take it from the beginning. I've written 4 books on that alone. So every civilization in the world has the legends of the nature spirits, the dryads, the fairies, the gnomes, the pixies, the little peoples, because they're very real. They're the nature spirits. Their job is to take care of the plants and the animals. And we have all been these things. It's like we've all been rocks and plants. We've also been fairies. It's part of our nature to take care of the animals and the plants. It's just another life form that we've been. When I go to England, they understand this more because they're very close to it. When we were close to agriculture, to nature, people used to see them more. But now that we've gotten into the technology age, we don't, because we drifted away from it. But they're still there. I said the only ones you're aware of now are the gremlins that like to play games with my computer. But they're still very real. They're still there. It's hard to find them in a city, though. But they're just other beings, that's all. Another form that we go through. The guardians. The planet has a consciousness. The planet is alive. It's a living being. So it has its own karma. It's why it doesn't like what we're doing to it. And it's like a dog with fleas. Eventually, if he doesn't like what you're doing to it, it's going to shake the fleas off. This is what's happening right now. It's living out its karma to get rid of the tormentors. No, the earth itself has a consciousness. It's very real. This is what cried out, "Help me." And this is where the volunteers have come in to help change everything that are coming in at this point. But that's totally separate from the nature spirits. It's a totally different thing.